Hey y'all, hey, Quinn, Primate Nurse here. I was going through my career wannabe nurse binder, 3-ring fat binder, trying to thin it out, and I came across 2 articles. One that I saved 2008, and one just recently, last year, 2023, so about 2 decades apart. And I wanted to share it with you all. Here, I'm nearsighted. Compassion belongs at the heart of healthcare, at the heart of our healthcare system, by Chris Pierce, who happens to be a doctor, a retired cardiologist right here in my state. The field of medicine in the United States is one of the best in the world, with access to most of the newest technological procedures and developments, drugs and research studies. One would naturally conclude that leads to some of the best health outcomes in the world. But unfortunately, this isn't the case. As an example, in 2017, the U.S. ranked 56 in the world for maternal mortality. Our healthcare system is broken. There are complex reasons for this, but many correlate with a loss of compassion, as patients are treated as commodities and profit sources. After 2 decades of practicing medicine, I retired from my cardiology practice due to my own health challenges. My friends and family still call on me to help explain their own medical issues. Their reliance on me to explain their situation has shown me how much everyone needs this same service. As a health advocate, I now help people navigate the medical system, translate the medical jargon into plain English, and give them a greater knowledge base so they can make better informed decisions. As I've journeyed through the system from all sides, patient, doctor, family member, and health advocate, it's become obvious that compassion is diminishing. There are still wonderful people in the healthcare system providing it, but as a system, it is quickly disappearing. Before the pandemic, electronic medical records were installed in most medical clinics to provide better and quicker access to patient charts. This is a real plus for healthcare, but it also introduces patient portals which allow people to independently access their test results. While this sounds helpful, the patient's inability to understand the findings frequently leads to stress and misunderstandings. Over time, electronic medical records have also shifted the responsibility to the patient to call for clarification rather than having the doctor provide the information. During the same time, in the interest of efficiency, some clinics transform their reception staff to electronic kiosk. Elderly patients who didn't grow up in the electronic age can find these machines alienating and frustrating. As a result of the pandemic, hospitals and clinics have understandably created new policies, but the result has been a further erosion of compassion in healthcare. As a health advocate, I have witnessed the challenges created when family members are not allowed to visit their hospitalized loved ones or accompany them to doctor visits. While the staff may be discussing the medical situation with the patient, this person is frequently too sick, medicated, or confused to understand. Family members are left either endlessly waiting for a doctor's call or trying to reach an overworked nurse by phone. While some hospitals have allowed a single visitor for patients during the pandemic, I have also seen this implemented in inhumane ways. In one extreme case, a patient hospitalized for a car accident was forced to choose which one of her 3 adult children would be her sole visitor for her entire stay. The other 2 adult children came to the hospital to be physically close to their mother, but were escorted off the hospital premises by the local sheriff and told not to return. We need to get back to a position where compassion is at the center of healthcare. The electronic medical records needs to revert to being just a record system as it was intended, and not a means of patient communication. With appropriate vaccination requirements met, hospitals and clinics need to reopen to patient families. We also need an outcomes-based system that rewards medical staff on the outcomes rather than the sheer quantity of patients or procedures. Over these past 2 years, hospitals have been overburdened and the medical staff is overworked, but we are also all in the business of helping people in their time of need. At my medical school graduation, along with my fellow students, I pledged to do no harm. But over the last few decades, and especially during the pandemic, this oath is getting lost. The business aspects that have seeped into the healthcare system are transforming patients from individual customers to numbers and commodities. As healthcare providers, we need to focus on healing our patients. Isn't that nice? Chris Price is a retired cardiologist who worked in the Everett and Kirkland area. He is now a patient advocate, helping patients and their families navigate the medical system. This was early 2023 from what magazine? The Seattle Times. I clipped it out and I put it in my binder in a protective sheet. For whatever reason, certain things that have moved me over the years, I keep a hold of them. And like I said, I was thinning things out, going through all this stuff to sort of make some sense of this YouTube channel that I created so it's not such a mess. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Then I went to the front of the binder. The very first thing when I first started my journey was in 2008. And that's when I got my CNA, when I went to CNA classes, 6 weeks or 8 weeks or something like that, and sat for that test and got my license. There's an article that moved me then, and this one, online, The Changing Face of Nursing, and this one was written by a Miss Vicky Salimi. By the way, these are both a few minutes, that one and this one. And while I'm reading to you guys, I am literally, physically hooked up to a EMS muscle toner that I ordered and it's on me right now. So I'm reading to you, feeling like there's a little alien in my belly. And I will show it. Just hold on. Okay, here's the second and the last one. The Changing Face of Nursing by Vicky Salimi. Forget the stereotype, and this is in 2008. Forget the stereotypical nurses dressed all in white, catering to doctors' every request. Today's nurses are leaders, technology gurus, and patient care managers. Thanks to LPN, BSN, licensed practical nurses, 2 Bachelor of Science in Nursing programs that prepare them for professional success. Karen Daly, RN, PhD, Assistant Professor of Nursing at Western Connecticut State University, can attest to this. My graduates are assertive, innovative, and have the ability to make science-based independent care decisions. Hold on, I gotta check my alien. Okay, still in business. In fact, my teaching medical surgical nursing practicums, as well as leadership and management over the past few years, Daly has noticed a significant change in curriculum. We moved away from teaching a medical model, which is memorizing diseases and treatments. Now we emphasize conceptual nursing so students can problem solve and think critically in any situation. We encourage independent thinking, assertive communication, and professionalism. Deborah LaHoye, MSN, Assistant Professor of Nursing at said school, concurs that today's nurses assume an increasingly professional role, and by doing so, become the glue that holds the healthcare system together. She emphasizes that in addition to having strong assessment skills and a strong theoretical base, nurses need to be experts in technology, informatics, and evidence-based practice. Nurses look at the patient holistically and manage interdisciplinary care. We truly see the whole picture. It's no surprise then that these intellectual nurses comprise more than half of all health professionals. In fact, they're the largest single component of hospital staff, the primary providers of hospital patient care, and they deliver most of the nation's long-term care. Stephanie Gunderson, another nurse in Philly, is among the primary providers of hospital care. For Gunderson, pursuing a nursing degree meant making a difference. I love being a nurse, she says. Harvard College graduate who pursued her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing at the U of Penn after earning a dual graduate degree in biology and psychology from Harvard and briefly working as an assistant hedge fund trader and management consultant. She realized something was missing. She earned her BSN in the accelerated 2-year program. Gunderson says that the void was filled thanks to the challenging career that boasts flexibility, advancement, continuous earning, and above all, compassion. I felt like I was making a difference in someone's life, she explains. Through coursework and clinicals, the tenacious student was exposed to countless areas of study. I worked everywhere from a locked psych unit to a labor and delivery floor in a suburban hospital, says Gunderson. And every semester, she attends a hands-on clinical that corresponds with classwork. The clinicals were intense, involved, and demanding. Of course, this exposed her to a variety of new interests, too. I never thought I would want to go into adult oncology, says Gunderson. But when I found out that I could take a course in it, I signed up. I ended up falling in love with the field. Along with a diverse course selection from myriad career opportunities, another nurse, and another nurse, and another nurse, they all correspond. Now I realize that this is just a lot of name dropping, but I'll skip to the end of this here, which is beyond career opportunities and cutting edge classes. The common thread among these dedicated, motivated nurses, today's nurses, is the same as this. What it's saying we're missing: compassion. It is such a privilege to be there at a person's most vulnerable moments and make a difference, explains Daly. We touch people's lives and hearts every day. It truly is the most amazing and hardest job you'll ever love. I put this in a plastic covered sleeve and put it in my big fat binder, which consists of the prerequisites and the schools across the state and in some places the country for various classes, transcripts, and applications to nursing schools, and I'm sorry letters and reject letters, and it's a huge binder. Then finally getting accepted into a nursing school. Yes, I did years ago, and the arm length of things to do to get accepted into these schools, you know. And then once accepted, before you actually can even day one of the program, there's other things after you're accepted to do. So that's in that binder. Just this fat diary of just my healthcare stuff, the health thingies. So I kept all of that, and I still have it because technically I am still, not technically, just I kept it and I still have it because I'm still not a nurse. But I'm getting close now. And like I said in my other video, now I'm going another route. So enough of that. Now I'm going to take this alien off, but I will show it to you all. We're at 13 minutes. Look at that. There we go. This thing feels crazy, and it's been on for about 20 minutes now. I'm going to take it off and see you guys soon. Bye.